Whoa! Make up!
What are you doing?
I just got my new action figure.
Uh-huh. You're supposed to be doing the dishes. You said you would.
Alright. Okay. Alright. Sorry.
Think Daddy would mind if we play with this toy? Ooh, hi, Sass.
With the power of the Holy Grail, we have one of Sailor Moon's most powerful forms, Super Sailor Moon. Bandai has been very consistent in the release of SH Figuarts Sailor Moon series, releasing excellent figures. Could this figure be the best Bandai has made so far? Let's find out in this toy review of SH Figuarts Super Sailor Moon.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Rafulis, and today we'll be looking at a figure that's been sitting on my shelf for the last 3 months. It's no other than Super Sailor Moon by SH Figuarts. This figure is something that I've been wanting for a very, very long time. I've collected all the Sailor Moon figures since they first released, and I've been waiting for a Super Sailor Moon, so let's see if this figure is worth your money.
The paint and detail on this figure is some of the best work that Bandai has done in the SH Figuarts series. From head to toe, every detail is captured in figure form, so much that it looks like she jumped right out of the anime. All the paint applications on her have a glittery finish to give her a shiny look. Up close and afar, her overall finish looks amazing. The bow on the back of her dress is really cool looking, as it has a gradient of clear glass to slight pink. Her hair also has a unique gradient, from a clear yellow to the full blonde on her head. This unique touch adds a lot to her overall look and feel, giving her some of the best details on a figure to date.
So let's go right into the articulation of Super Sailor Moon by SH Figuarts. So let's see how many articulation points she really has. If you look here, she has a up and down movement on her ankle here, which causes a left and right also. So she has kind of like 2 articulations right here, which is really nice. Especially because the Sailor Moon figures usually have really small feet, so it's really hard to pose them, and this articulation helps with that. What we have here is a double joint here on the knee, and this helps in also posing her very well. Also a ball joint on her leg. All of this is duplicated on the other leg as well. She has 2 ball joints here on her midsection, and this one isn't as articulated as the one on top. This one will be moving around a lot more than the one on her waist. So let's look at her arms. She has a double ball joint here, one for her wrist. And we also have this joint here on her elbow. Now, to be honest, I really don't like how this looks because it kind of messes with the whole detail overall, because that articulation is so obvious, whereas all the other ones are pretty well hidden. She has a ball joint here on her shoulder, and she has a ball joint here for her neck. No other articulation on her neck as well. Overall, she's very detailed and very articulated, and all her articulation points are pretty well hidden, so you get the best in terms of articulation with this figure. So there you have it, articulation for Super Sailor Moon.
The Spiral Heart Moonrod, the Holy Grail, 13 hands, and 4 different faces is what you get with Super Sailor Moon. I love the weapons she comes with, but I wish Bandai sweetened the deal by also giving her the Moon Kaleidoscope. But unfortunately, we don't get it. Regardless, the Spiral Heart Moonrod is really awesome and detailed. Like everything with this figure, it has a shimmery finish and the paint application is spot on. The Holy Grail that you also get with the figure is detailed, right down to the jewels that are on it. The 4 faces you get are really nice as well, and with the correct hands you can give her a variety of popular Sailor Moon poses. Also, I especially like that she can hold the Holy Grail really well. And for those who are wondering, yes, the old faces of the original Sailor Moon figure do fit.
So let's break down this figure. What do I really think of the SH Figuarts Super Sailor Moon? And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think this is the best Sailor Moon figure to date, and I'm going to tell you why. The detail on this is really great. The clarity of her bow, which goes into a gradient of a lighter pink, and then we got the hair that also has a gradient of blonde. It's really detailed and really awesome to look at. Her dress is perfectly painted, and you can see all the shimmery white details on it. And also the clarity on her shoulder pads can be slightly see-through, but not too much, but I don't mind it one bit. Also, I would just like to point out, this figure can actually stand. Now, I've had a problem with all of the Sailor Moon figures. They have a very hard time standing. Now, I don't know if it's just mine, but this one stands without a stand. All the other ones, I have so much trouble standing them on their own without a stand. And it kind of annoys me when that happens. So this one is definitely a plus because it stands on her own. So what do I give this figure? I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 D-stars. This is probably one of the best Sailor Moon figures to date. Now, why am I not giving it a perfect 10? I think one of the reasons why is because this articulation on her elbow just really annoys me, because everything else is kind of well hidden, like all her articulations, but this just makes it look unrealistic. That's pretty much my only gripe about this figure. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this review. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.
Wake up. What?